Good morning, friends. This is time for the trade plan for 10th of July 2020. Now, let's start a little differently today because overnight the Dow has fallen about 350, 360 points. So let's see how does the S&P 500 look right now. Okay, let me just share the S&P 500 screen. Okay, so this is how the S&P 500 looks like. Can we expand a little bit? Apparently we can't. I think what is clear is that you have a small little flat pattern which is forming here. Let's see if we can draw and show it. So as you can see that yesterday the S&P 500 came back from the lows. So according to me, this is not a negative situation. The S&P is moving sideways, and finally, these sort of patterns, they resolve on the upside. Now it can take one or two trading sessions. There is still nothing negative about this. Okay, now let's get back to the Nifty chart and see what is going on out there. The SGX right now is going looking like it's going to show you some sort of a uh, gap down, not a huge gap down. It could have a bit of a gap down. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute chart and see what sort of idea we can gauge from here. See, this is a sideways pattern that we are getting, the box as I like to call it. So this box is showing you a target of 11,000. Now, 11,000 will not come without any excitement or without kicking off, long positions out. So my sense is that a bit of up and down, and then from there we start to move up. So people should maintain a bullish bias. Now, this is the sideways pattern that we can see on the Nifty. Again, very similar to the S&P 500 pattern. So again, once we get out of this box, we should get upside. Let's go and see what is the situation with Bank Nifty. Let's have a look on the 60-minute chart of Bank Nifty. Again, we saw this was the rectangle, the box, and this is the trade you got. Yesterday, again, the Bank Nifty has kind of made a box. If you can keep identifying these boxes, I think that is a decent enough strategy by itself. So if we get past this 23,185, chances are the box will again expand and you can get a rough target about 23,500, 600. So again, markets are sideways. I don't see them being negative. Now, what did we do yesterday? I had said that I'll be writing 10,500, 10,400 puts hedged with lower puts and 10,900, 11,000 calls and hedged with higher calls. So what happened middle of the day was that the view started to become that we could possibly be on the bullish side. So what we did was that we cut our short calls because the view changing to bullish, and we bought the Bank Nifty 23,000 call for 16th of July. So a bullish stance on Nifty and Bank Nifty. So we started with sideways, but then turned towards the bullish side. Today, what I am interested in doing is probably because of this gap, once the gap down stabilizes and once it appears that it's not going to fall further or greatly from here, I may just write the 10,700 put hedged with 10,500 put. So, see, option writer is the owner of the casino. He is funding the people who are speculating by buying calls and puts. And he has the lowest risk because he holds all the aces. So everything is in his favor other than a very small odds of the option buyer making money. So on negative days, you should look for opportunity to write puts, because if the market recovers after the gap down, you could end up having a profitable day. Having said that, yesterday, yes, it was expiry, etc., etc., etc. But I was particularly impressed with the action on HDFC, on Bajaj Finance, on Reliance. these sorts of large stocks are showing you strong upside momentum, chances are, the market is in fairly good hands. And I expect a day of consolidation. I don't think it should be a very volatile day. And in no circumstances we should violate 10,650. On the bank Nifty again, I don't expect a violation of 22,500. On the bank Nifty side, again, use this depth to build your put positions. So sell 22,500 puts for 16 July and hedge with a 21,500 put or a 22,000 put, up to you, depending on the risk you want to take. These credit spreads involve selling the higher put and buying the lower call. And on the bullish credit spread, you sell the lower call and buy the higher call. No option selling should be done without a hedge. You can have an intraday stop as well, which you can place, on a daily basis. But when you are taking home something, please take it with a hedge. Now let's talk about the levels for the day. I think on the Nifty, on the downside, support comes in at 10,750, 10,787. So this is the zone where you write your puts. And on the upside, resistance is 10,859 to about 10,896. Bank Nifty, you have support at 22,727 to 22,817 and resistance at 22,999 and 23,090. Remember, all levels are futures levels. So I guess this should be it. I hope all of you have a good trading day. Please keep stops and trade well, and please consult your financial advisor before deploying real money. As far as possible, sell options, but when you do buy options, try to do them when you have a specific plan. Random buying of options will not help you. By a specific plan, what I mean is that you have certain setups which create traps. Some of them I have been talking about in my videos. And from there, a sharp price move is expected. Remember, as an option buyer, odds are against you, and till the odds are favorable, you should not be doing option buying, particularly weekly option buying. That should be it. Take care, trade well.